Here it is, the Genshin Impact feet tier list. I can't believe I'm doing this. Since, unfortunately, not every character has their feet out in game, I will rank those who don't have their feet out by their personality and how I think they would take care of their feet. And you'll hear me talk about characters taking baths or showers a lot, and that's because I think it's fair to say that the quality of feet is linked to personal hygiene. But if you would like to see what some of these grippers look like, you can, thanks to the sponsor of today's video. Anime Dakimakura pillows have some of the best anime body pillows you can find on the internet. They have body pillows from different anime, fan art, and of course, Genshin Impact. So gamers, if you want to get close to
the almighty Raiden Shogun and the Muso no Hitotachi,
you can. They've recently added a pretty spicy Nilou pillow that I would definitely recommend you look at, because I cannot show it here. But it's not just limited to waifus. They've also got husbandos for you penis enjoyers out there. There is such a wide variety of characters to choose from. You can basically order whoever you want and do whatever you want to do with them, including things that my agent has advised me to not say in this video. I got 2 body pillows. The first one is of Kazuha, because he's cute and he's got a cat. And if you're like me and you want to be that cat right now, you can by ordering this body pillow. And let me tell you, sleeping with this pillow was a beyond comfortable experience. This pillow is amazing. And just look at this high quality print. Look at that subtle off-white coloring. The tasteful thickness of it. Oh my god. He even has his feet out. Sleeping with this pillow is probably the closest thing I will ever get to experiencing heaven. But that's not the only body pillow I got. We all know Paimon, right? Isn't she just such a character? Well, if you're like me, you can order a Paimon body pillow just to beat the living shit out of it.
So you're telling Paimon that Paimon's getting curb stomped right now? Hey, cameraman, get over here.
And it's still in good condition. Seriously, these pillows are some beast. They are a lot more durable than you would think. And if you want to add a little, depth to these covers, you can take advantage of their 11/11 sale going on right now by getting a free pillow cover and Jigglyopie when you buy a grand inner pillow. But this site is far more than just body pillows. They have clothing and accessories. Some of you keen-eyed gamers may have noticed that on my hairy monkey arms, I'm wearing a very stylish and hip watch. This is just one of the many anime watches that they have on the website. I chose the JoJo watch because I like men. Now I can be like my father Dio and stop time. Seriously, this is a pretty cool watch. I actually really like it. There are so many other accessories on this site that I highly encourage you to check out. They've got mouse pads, butt pads, hoodies, socks, sandals, dry cleaning detergent, and my personal favorite, the boner drill. I seriously cannot recommend you this website enough. Go check it out. If you have any questions, talk to the customer service because they actually know what they're talking about and they really do care about these products. Like, they were extremely helpful to me. And once you found what you've wanted, use code ADP-MISTA, spelled M-I-S-T-A-H, for 10% off your order. Thank you, Anime Dakimakura Pillows, for sponsoring this video. Now, without further ado, let's rank some Genshin grippers. Ayaka. I feel like Ayaka has some pretty good feet. She's a very important figure in her clan, and I feel like she knows she needs to keep a good image around, so she probably takes care of her feet. So, I think she's got the dogs out. Bennett. Trash. Oh, I already know his feet are disgusting. First off, he already looks like he doesn't take a shower. He looks filthy. And combined with his bad luck, whenever he turns the water, it probably doesn't even come on. Either that or it's like some dirty water. So, Bennett for sure has some god-awful feet. Xingqiu has the advantage of being a hydro character, which means that he can basically wash his feet at any time. So he's guaranteed okay tier. But I don't think I can put him higher because he just doesn't strike me as someone who takes great care of their feet. He's probably more invested in reading his books than he is of taking care of his feet, but I don't think they're trash. So Xingqiu, I think, definitely has some solid okay feet. QiQi, trash. Oh, I know that shit's disgusting. I know QiQi's feet are rancid. First off, she has memory problems, so there's a good chance she doesn't even wash them every day. She probably doesn't even take a shower every day, to be honest. And second, she's literally a zombie. She's dead. You can't sit there and tell me that zombie feet is quality feet. You just can't. That shit is trash. So, QiQi 100% has some disgusting feet. Keqing, I feel like Keqing has some quality feet. She seems like a lady who knows how to take care of herself, and I'm pretty sure she knows how to take care of her feet. Ayato's got the dogs out. Yeah, that just makes sense. Same reasons for Ayaka, basically. Nilou, let me be the first to welcome you to the Genshin Grippers. Nilou already has some of the best feet. First off, she's a Heizou character, so she can basically wash her feet at any time, so they'll never be dirty. And second off, she's a dancer and she always has those grippers out. She wouldn't let the dogs out if they were not clean. And she knows this, which is why she has them out front and center. So after doing the math, she's easily a Genshin gripper. Ether and Lumine, I'm gonna put them at the top of trash. They're way better than Bennett and QiQi's feet, but I don't think they're okay because they're constantly moving, and I really don't think they get a chance to bathe often. So I don't think they take care of their feet too much. Hold up, let me rearrange this. Because at least QiQi, someone might be able to wash her feet for her because she's a child. Bennett, I know no one's getting near him. Shinobu, I think Shinobu has okay feet. The Arataki gang don't seem too clean, but I think she's responsible enough to wash her feet every now and then. Kaeya, I think I'm leaning more towards the bottom of got the dogs out. Kaeya's a smooth talker. He's very charismatic, and he uses this to manipulate people into giving him the information that he wants. But I think an important factor in this formula are his feet, because nobody would be swayed by someone with nasty feet. They'd see crusty feet and they'd think, wow, their feet are disgusting. They can't take care of themselves, so I can't trust them. And as we've seen, Kaeya gains people's trust very easily. So just by doing the math, I think Kaeya's got the dogs out. Common Core doesn't teach you this kind of math. Kazuha, either the top of trash or the bottom of okay, mainly for the same reasons as the Travelers. I don't really know if there's a shower on the Crux. Maybe. I don't know, but I'll just do the top of trash for now. Jean, I think Jean might be a Genshin gripper. Do I really need to say anything? Albedo, I think Albedo has the perfect definition of okay feet. I think whoever created Albedo just gave him okay feet, nothing too special. Klee. I think Klee has okay feet. She seems like she would get a lot of ash on her feet from the bombs and the fire, but I think Jean makes her wash her feet, so they're probably just okay. Yanfei. I think Yanfei has the dogs out. Being a lawyer and all, whenever she's in court, she probably wants to keep a neat appearance, and whenever she lets those dogs out, they need to be clean, because if they're not clean, they're gonna stink up the whole place, and the jury's not gonna be on her side. Heizou. I think Heizou already has a big advantage, because he is one of the few characters in this game who actually have their feet out, so I will give him props for that, and he can't show up to look for evidence and interrogate people with nasty feet. That's just gonna scare them and make them run away. And if they run away, he can't get the information he needs. So I think it's fair to say that Heizou has the dogs out. Barbara's got the dogs out. I think she's the top of got the dogs out. You see, Barbara is a holy woman with Hydro. And as we've established, if they're Hydro, they probably know how to take care of their feet. Or at least there's not an excuse not to, because you can literally wash it at any time. And I know for a fact that Barbara does take care of her feet. She just has it written all over her face. Yae Miko. This character is already a contender for the best. Let's just go. She's 100% a Genshin gripper. She already has the dogs out, which is just beautiful. And I think these dogs speak for themselves. What am I doing with my life? Sucrose. I think Sucrose might be okay. She's a pretty nervous person, so it seems like she could potentially spill chemicals onto the ground and potentially damage her feet, which could cause some long-term damage. But what keeps her from being trash is that I think she's responsible enough to wash her feet after work, but the damage from the chemicals could still be there if it keeps happening. So I think she's got okay feet for now. Mona. I think Mona's the top of okay. She's Hydro, so she can watch it at any time she wants, but I don't really think that's a priority for her, to be honest. Lisa's a Genshin gripper, but is she better than Nilou? No, she's not better than Nilou. She can't wash it anytime. Lisa 100% showers every day, washes her feet, just does whatever she can to look the best so she can flirt with whoever she wants. And I can guarantee that when she has those dogs out, she can get whoever she wants. And with how Lisa is, do you really think she wouldn't have banging feet? Like, honestly. Kokomi, I think Kokomi's also a Genshin gripper. She has a Hydro vision and she's surrounded by water, so those grippers are always clean. Sayu. I would put Sayu at the top of trash, but I think she's more at the bottom of okay. The reason why I don't think she's the top of trash is because while Sayu may be lazy and she might not bathe much, at least she has more opportunities to. These three are always traveling. and they're always working up a stench. Sayu doesn't do much. And I feel like if she does have to clean, she does wash her feet. Plus, she already has those dogs out, which is already a major advantage against these three. Dori. I think Dori is probably in the middle of okay. I feel like Dori takes baths similar to Scrooge McDuck, where she just jumps into a tub full of Mora, which would probably cause some damage to her feet and make it smell like gold or whatever Mora's made out of. I don't know, I'm not a lore YouTuber. They can't be trash because she's a pretty successful merchant. And if you want to sell products, you have to have quality feet, because if you don't, no one's gonna trust you and your fink's gonna stink away all the customers. So I think that Dori does wash her feet some after the money baths, making her feet okay tier. Diluc. I think Diluc has the dogs out, probably more than Heizou, but definitely not more than Kaeya. Diluc's a businessman, so he needs to look respectable, and combined with his drip, he has to wash the feet to match. Xinyan. Xinyan actually does have her feet out in game, and they're pretty nice. They're solid feet, but I know that she takes care of them because she's a rock star, and when she's out performing, she needs those feet to be clean, so that way the people on the front row just don't like pass out like they're at a Post Malone concert. So Xinyan's definitely got the dogs out. And speaking of got the dogs out, we got Razor, who's got the dog in him, and his feet are definitely trash. Razor probably has never taken a shower. Honestly, this character probably this character definitely smells worse than Bennett. At least Bennett has maybe a chance to take care of his feet. Razor, absolutely not. He probably bites his toenails off. He's probably got a bunch of ingrown toenails. It's just disgusting. The only chance he gets is probably by that river by Wolfendom, but even then, that's not clean water. So Razor, you're definitely a contender for the worst feet. Chongyun has shown to be able to take care of himself with his lollipop, popsicles, whatever they are. So I think he takes care of his feet, but not too much. He doesn't strike me as someone who regularly scrubs their feet. I just think they're neat. Itto, I don't think Itto showers, to be honest. I don't think he takes care of his feet. He does have the dogs out, so I will give him props for that, but in terms of the tiers, he does not have the dogs out. I think he has trash feet. Noelle 100% has the dogs out. She cleans up like damn near everything in Mondstadt, so I know for a fact she cleans her body, and I know she scrubs her toes well. There's just perfect correlation. There's no reason she wouldn't. Beidou. I know Beidou and Kazuha are kind of in the same boat. I feel like Beidou takes more care of her feet because she is the leader, and she does have to talk to more business partners and other leaders of nations. So she probably knows that she has to scrub those toes every once in a while. Eula, 100% a Genshin gripper. Eula is just a top tier woman in general. I know there was that period of time where she lived outside of Mondstadt because she was hated, but I think ever since she's come back in, she knows to pay attention to those grippers, because if she wants to gain the trust of the people, she needs to have clean feet. Diona. I feel like Diona's feet are probably serviceable. She's very short and she's a bartender, so most people probably aren't going to be able to see her feet, but I'm pretty sure she doesn't forget about them when she's washing. So I guess the top of okay, because since she's a cat, she can't have the dogs out. And speaking of dogs, alright, Gorou, an actual dog. The question is, does he have the dogs out? Well, in-game, yes, he does let the dogs loose. Are they good feet? In-game, they look okay. The main question is, how often does he take care of them? You know, he's friends with Kokomi, so there's no reason he can't. He 100% has the dogs out. He's surrounded by water. Inazuma has tons of water around him, and he goes on Watatsumi Island all the time. There's no reason he would not have clean feet. Fischl, I think Fischl spends more time cosplaying as a princess than she does washing her feet. So I think they're just okay. They're not trash because royalty would have to keep a clean appearance, but I don't think she scrubs too carefully. Aloy. Just like the character, her feet are trash. Basically the same reason as these three, except I'm pretty sure no city would welcome Aloy because she just looks like a cave woman. And I already know those feet are just horrible, putrid, disgusting. Tighnari. Tighnari has, I think he has okay feet. Mainly because Tighnari lives in the forest and he does have some water to go with, but I don't really think that's his biggest priority. I think he's got a lot of bigger stuff to worry about than just his feet. Klee. I mean, I think Klee probably has more time to take care of her feet, or as we've learned in the Archon quest, she's useless to everyone now, even with the vision. So I think she has plenty of time to take care of herself and wash her feet, so she's probably above Mona. She's probably at the top of okay because she does have her dogs out in game. so she does get bonus points. Venti. I think Venti might be like the very bottom of okay. I think Venti doesn't really care much about his feet, just based off his character. I think he's more focused on singing and getting money and getting drunk than he is of actually bathing himself. And I know that a bard would need to be clean in order to present, so I think he just barely fits that criteria. He probably doesn't scrub his feet too hard. Amber. I think Amber has okay feet, mainly because she explores a lot, but unlike these three, she can actually scrub her feet regularly. However, she does have a pyro vision, and I think it would be pretty easy for her to burn some grass and potentially burn parts of her feet, so I don't think her feet are too great. Yoimiya. I think Yoimiya's feet are okay, but the problem is that she's exposed to a lot of fire and fireworks and stuff like that. So she probably has like some ashes or gets like the occasional burn on her feet. Tartaglia's got the dogs out. He's a Fatui Harbinger, a diplomat. He has to look presentable. He has to. And he has a hydro vision. And as we've previously stated, there is no excuse for someone with a hydro vision to have dirty feet. It's just not possible. The lowest hydro character we've got is Xingqiu, and he's in the middle of okay. He has more responsibility than Xingqiu, and he's older. So I just think that's a perfect formula for having better feet than okay tier. Yelan. Oh, Yelan's a Genshin gripper. 100%. There's a reason why she was the thumbnail. Yelan, she knows how to interrogate people. She knows how to get what she wants. And I can tell she wants a clean body, and she will do whatever it takes to keep those grippers clean. Kujo Sara. I think Sara actually might have the dogs out. And the reason I say that is because of her high ranking. She's a general for the Shogun's army. She has to attend a lot of meetings, a lot of peace negotiations with Kokomi. And when you're at these talks discussing how to take care of your country and army, your pigs can't be covered in mud. They gotta be clean. Because how can you trust someone to take care of an army if they can't even take care of their own feet? Everyone knows this. That's something you learn in first grade. Ganyu. This one's gonna upset people. I think Ganyu's feet are okay because she's a workaholic. I don't think she gets a chance to wash them very often. But Jean's also a workaholic, and you put her as a Genshin gripper. Hey, shut the fuck up. Jean is a workaholic, but based off the evidence presented, it seems that the work has gone towards her toes. So until Ganyu lets the dogs out, her feet are just okay. Child definitely has the dogs out. I mean, he just has the ideal male body. As a housekeeper, there's no reason for him not to have clean feet because he has to look presentable to the guests that show up. But yeah. Child definitely has those dogs out. Sino, honestly, leaning more towards trash. He's surrounded by sand. I know for a fact that his feet are crusty. Zhangling, I think Zhangling's probably somewhere okay, probably on the bottom side of okay. Food just mainly seems to be her focus. She probably like takes a bath with Globa, and they probably scrub each other's feet like every now and then, but I don't think it's their top priority. Zhao, I think Zhao has okay feet. He has a chance to bathe at the hotel that he stays at, so I think he scrubs his feet sometimes, but I don't think he does it too thoroughly because that would cut into his brooding time. Yunjin, she's got the dogs out. She has to. She's an opera performer. Her health is of the utmost importance, and if she doesn't take care of her feet, she can't do her dances. So she 100% has those dogs out. Oh, I need to rearrange these. Child, honestly, you should be up here because you have more time to wash your feet than these two. Sara, Gorou, you'll be at the bottom, and Tartaglia, you'll be right there. Yeah, that looks good. Ningguang, Genshin gripper. I rest my case. Candace, no, I'm not gonna make the joke. I'll put her at the bottom of Got the Dogs Out. I think she lives in that desert area of Sumeru, but she has a hydro vision, so there's no reason she can't just deal with all the sand problems. Hu Tao's got some decent feet. I know that when looking for a thumbnail, there were a lot of pictures of Hu Tao feet, and some were nice, but I just don't think she has the dogs. She just doesn't strike me as someone who does. When I look at everyone in the higher tiers, I get the feeling that they have quality feet, but for Hu Tao, I don't get that vibe. I don't know how else to say it. I just think her feet are okay. Shogun, trash. Okay, so as I said previously in the Q&A video, I did not see a bathtub or any running water in that plane of Euthymia. And I know she doesn't leave it. She's been in there for like, what, over almost 500 years? I don't know. I'm not a doctor. But I do know this. I don't know how she could have cleaned her feet. Like, I really don't. I think her feet are probably disgusting because she's been in that place for, what, over hundreds of years? And there is a very, very high chance that she never washed them. So, Shogun definitely has some trash feet. Rosaria, I think your feet are okay. I mean, You probably care more than Xingqiu, so you're on the upper half. I'll put you right here. Rosarie is a pretty serious person. She knows what to do. She knows how to take care of her own body. She probably washes those dogs when she needs to, but I don't think it's her top priority to get those dogs clean. Shinha. Shinha's a Genshin gripper. Honestly, she's probably at the bottom of Genshin gripper. Let me rearrange this a little bit. I think, yeah. I know that Shinha lives in the mountains, but based off of the Cloud Retainer illustrations that I've seen, she has a clean body and she likes to build mechanisms. So I believe it's very likely that she has built a bathtub. And based off of Shinha's top tier looking feet, I think it's evident that Shinha uses that bath and scrubs those grippers clean. So, Shinha, you are at the bottom of the Genshin grippers. Zhongli's broke, so he probably doesn't get to wash his feet too often, you know, because he can't always pay the water bills. But he does seem like a well-groomed gentleman, so I don't think his feet are trash. I think he washes his feet whenever he gets the chance. Alright, now it's time for the end. Who is the best? And who is the worst? For the best, it's one of these three. I think I'm gonna have to narrow it down to these two, mainly because those two actually have those pigs hanging out. Lisa's are unfortunately hidden in her boots, so we may never get to see those dogs go loose. I think because of the hydro vision, we're gonna go with Nilou. And just being a dancer, she has to. She has to have those dogs clean. She has to wash them. It's her job. She performs. She has to do it. Combined with the hydro vision, there's no reason she doesn't. She has to have the best feet in Genshin Impact. As for the worst, I'm leaning more towards Bennett and Razor. Because while the Shogun might not have a bath or running water in that plane of euthymia, she's not doing anything. She's just there meditating. So it's not really working up a stench. Bennett and Razor, however, are constantly doing stuff, exploring, finding new stuff, getting their shoes and feet covered in mud. It is absolutely disgusting. But at the end of the day, with his luck, Bennett might have the worst feet in Genshin Impact. He doesn't have a chance to take much showers. If he turns the water on, it's probably going to be dirty. He just attracts filth with him wherever he goes. His feet just have to be disgusting. And I know Razor probably bites his toenails and probably has ingrown toenails, but honestly, Bennett might also have those things too, because he probably can't use a toenail clipper because he'll like cut his toe off or something like that. He's an unfortunate character, and he has the worst feet in Genshin Impact.
Tell me why